Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we're going to take a look at this residential application. So you can see there's a lower patio section here. There's a balcony above, and there's a couple of doors here, and a window over here that we want to be aware of. And let's go ahead and look at what our dimensions are like in this application. So dimension wise, we have about 8 foot, well, this is called a 9 foot elevation from here to here, and from the lower section it'd be 8 foot to the bottom edge here. Some of this information I'm just making up because I'm not sure exactly what the dimensions are, so we'll have to confirm that these dimensions are correct in order to lay this equipment out. But in any case, we have 6'3" roughly, or 6'4" to the outer edge of the balcony above, 9'4" to the outer edge. We have some railing over here that would take up about 4 inches there, so we're calling that 9 feet, and then 41 foot across. And then these openings here are roughly 15 feet from this edge to this edge. You can see you got 8 1/4 to the window edge, and 3, 7, and 5/8 to that window edge to the door. And then over here we have 7, 2, and then I have a doorway up here. The top of the doorway is 6, 10. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be, so that's going to be stuff that's going to be important here. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what we can do here. Let's see here. So there's a few options. Number one option, let me just turn this ray off for a second, is using the Infratech Slimline 4,000 watt units. These are placed right at the outer edge of the patio structure itself. The nice thing about the Slimline series is you can see that my brackets don't match up here. But you can easily move those brackets along this channel built inside of the heater itself. This channel right here, there's another piece that goes into this channel and then hooks up to this opening right there, and you can move that along this rail right here to meet up to whatever it is that you're in need to attach it to. And there's a limitation to that, but that's written in the directions, and so you need to follow that. But in any case, 4,000 watt slimline units. You can see at the outer edge, this is essentially mounted at 6 feet from the wall here, with clearances. Let's see here, clearances below. Sorry for the pause here. Try that. We are meeting the doorways as they open. Oh, and another thing I just need to mention is I have this as a tri-fold type of door, meaning that it pulls to the one side and stacks up like that. I don't know that this door can swing all the way wide to the outer edge here. So that's another thing that's important. And does this door here swing wide over here? I'm counting as a trifold door that swings this way only and is limited to a stopping point, so that's 90 degrees here. All right, so yeah, these are mounted so that there's no issue with the clearances, as you can see, and the clearance above is 6 inches. That should be no problem there. And let me turn that off and that off, and let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat, you can see we got pretty good coverage. Now down here, we're, you know, obviously these chairs are pushed in. That's how I had the image, the customer's image, but I know they are gonna obviously push them out in order to utilize that space. So that's something that's gonna be considered if you choose this application. But if you were to sit on the outside edge, then it would be pretty apparent that you're not gonna get any heat unless you get these heaters out to this outer edge here. So that's what that looks like. Throughout the entire space here, we got nice crossover here in the middle of each heater, and we have 4 uniformly located throughout the space. I believe they're like, let's just pull it up here real quick. As far as the end to end, so we have them at 9 foot center to center, and that's fine. We'll get a nice overlap here, about a foot, a little bit more than a foot of overlapping. All right, so that's that, and let's go ahead and go to the next one. Next one would be placing them perpendicular to the residence. Now that obviously has that limitation. These are the same heaters. They're about 5 feet long, and we do have a limitation of how close we can get to these doorways. So with that being said, I have this set up, and again, if this doorway opens any other way, we need to move this heater and this heater to the right, and also possibly move them anyways, but this will give you an idea of the footprint of heat. So let's go ahead and look at the clearances here again. You can see that's the issue. This doorway, if it opens up all the way, then it's going to swing into this clearance issue, and that's going to be something we can't do. So that's that one. And then of course, if this door here is over here and it opens up this way, then we're in the same issue with that. This one here, I think we're okay. That's why I have it out this far, because this doorway I believe opens all the way, and that allows me to mount this heater here without an issue. So what I am basically is 18 inches away from this edge of the door when it's open all the way, 18 inches away from the heater. All right, and let's look at the footprint of heat. And turn the clearances off here. So here's the same kind of thing, where we have a nice foot of overlapping here roughly, and I've mounted them right here on these trusses here, or joists. I'm not sure what those are called, but anyways, you can see that obviously we're not heating up the table over here, so we would have to move this table, underneath this location in order to appreciate the amount of heat that we're putting on there. And in this configuration, you can see too that we're able to capture both sides of this fairly well. Now you can see also I'm outside of this because I need to maintain that 18 inches of clearance over here from the bottom edge of the heater, that direction. Let's just go ahead and turn that back on. Here we go. So we're 18 inches away, and that's why I have them hanging out. And that's the nice thing about the bracket though, is that you can't allow that to happen to a small degree. But in any case, yeah, you can see nice coverage throughout this seating area here. And then of course over here they had asked me to place a heater here and over here on this end. This end I don't think we're going to be able to do anything about that because of that door swing there. So, and there is a staircase here and on the other side. So it's pretty much an access point only. They really want to heat this outside space here anyway. So all right, sorry about that stuttering, and let's go into the next option, and let's turn that off, and this would be the third option. These are a different model. These are the CD4024, so it's a 4,000 watt 2 element unit, so it's 240 volts, but there's 2 elements in there, so they're 2,000 watts a piece. Their footprint of heat is a little bit smaller than the longer units, but I think that'll heat up this area quite nicely. And I believe, again, we need to kind of confirm this doorway issue here. But let's go ahead and click on the clearances. You can see here with this door, I've placed this door so it's swinging out further now in this particular drawing. You can see that it's penetrating the clearances, and so we cannot authorize that being a good application or a legal application. So that's the one issue. We may have to remove this particular unit from the design, and then possibly move these heaters left and right based on where exactly you wanted the heaters. Again, open the door all the way up, 18 inches of clearance to the edge, this edge of the heater, and then you could utilize something like this. And again, if this door opens this way, that same issue applies to that side as well. but at least we are able to push the heater a little bit further away from the doors and away from the walls, and that might help specify or get into that specific area that you're really looking for. So let me turn that off. And in my opinion, the best option was going to be the first option, which is this option here, having 4 units run across here. But again, we have that limitation of the heater's ray penetrating the seating area when you pull these chairs out to the left here. But there you have it. If you have any questions, and if you need some information regarding your application, I would like to get some of our support on that, just send us an email to support@patioheat.com. And if this has helped you, give us a thumbs up, because we don't advertise, and the YouTube algorithms, if you're not advertising, then they don't put you on the board there. So your thumbs up does help with that information. Thank you very much, and have an excellent day.